Yes, you face the fear of Beau Amir. If I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we love wrestling.
We back again, guys. We love wrestling. We love the spotlight. You know how we do. Today, I'm Trey D. I'm joined by Dora at the bottom. You see her. But today, we got a 7-foot face of fear. We got a man that every year we do a list, and they ask me if he's not on this list. It's called the BRP 50. Check it out, June 2023. If he's not in the 50, he will be on after the 50. He is somebody that you need to know. We'll get into that, but he flies like a luchador, but being 7 feet. We have Beau Amir. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well. You say Beau?
Beau?
Beau.
Beau. You Beau Amir. I
Beau.
like to say Beau. I thought we was gonna do the French, the Beau Amir. It's Beau. I'm saying when you look at it, it's like Beau.
Yeah, Beau. Yeah.
Beau, we gonna say, well, that's better for me. I was up here. I was like,
for him to say his name because I wasn't sure if you were right, so I was just gonna keep it going.
Hey, I heard him say it, but I was like, Beau. Every time I'm talking, like he's the Frenchman, Beau Amir. He's out here. He's talking to everybody. It's great.
Yeah. No, Beau. Yes, sir.
Beau Amir. But thank you for giving us this time.
No, thank y'all for having me.
Man, we appreciate it. I feel bad now. I called him Beau. I thought it was Beau, but it's Beau. It's Beau, if you don't know. So, guys, don't try to get the whole French thing with it. But as I was saying, we do a list every June. I've been watching you for maybe, it's been about, I think December, I posted a clip of you.
Yes.
And when I posted this clip of you, because I have been watching this, I watch things go on in Texas. I'm just going to say, before I ask my first question, my inbox with wrestlers saying, oh, yeah, he's the real deal. You need to check him out. Oh, I'm glad you know who he is. Yeah, you need to go ahead and talk to him. And I was like, man, okay, I got this response from people, people that I highly respect. I'm like, then I must be on to something right here. So, watched a little bit more. Now we got Beau. It's right after Mania, baby. We got Beau on here. See, I said Beau again. We got Beau on here. We right after Mania. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna give you somebody that you should be watching and coming right after Mania because he probably be on a future Mania. But Beau, the first question I always ask before we get into it is, why do you love wrestling, or what started your love for wrestling?
Why I love wrestling. Always been a fan of it. Always been a fan of the product since a youngin'. I'd probably say I was always a WCW kid, like I said.
Ooh.
So I watched that product first. I caught WWE a little bit later, like towards the end or towards the beginning when The Rock started to rise. That's when I started catching up on the WWE side. But I was always WCW. So like for the NWO to Sting to the Giant to Goldberg, the Booker T, of course, Harlem Heat. That was like what I first caught my eye.
All the big boys, all the bigger boys, yes.
Yes.
For the big boys.
Yes, all the bigger boys, yes.
I talked to a lot of people. I was NWA into WCW kid, so when I hear somebody say that, I'm like, oh, we there. So, you watching WCW when you're young. Mm-hmm. Who was your the top WCW person? Let's see where your head's at.
Like I said, my first introduction was Booker T. So I'll say, that was like my favorite in transition. Like I said, I was a big Hollywood Hogan fan as well as Goldberg. So I'll say those were my guys.
So you just described some big personalities out here. If the people don't know, you're 7 feet tall. It's not like a made up thing. It's like a shoot. You're 7 feet tall.
That's correct.
But when I watch you in the ring, and I'm jumping ahead because I have to ask this, everybody we talk to, I watch some of their matches and go into some other matches. You flying off the top rope, You flew outside the ring over the rope in one match. I think it was against
T-Ray.
T-Ray.
Yeah, T-Ray,
yeah. Why are you out here flying at 7 feet tall?
You know, like when I first started training, I was always athletic. Like I said, I have a athletic background when I played collegiate basketball. So I was always athletic. It's just the thing with the styles of being a big man. Like I said, something I want to incorporate slowly. Like speaking with my training, slowly you can be more athletic. And now I'm like going against bigger guys. Like you saw probably with Stam Sackhouse. That's why I like pulled out the flying lariat because he's a bigger guy. I can do that. Smaller guys, there's no need for me to come off the top rope. It's straight power moves. So it doesn't make sense for me to do anything. That's not necessary.
Okay. So you got in the match with T-Ray and you was like, it's necessary for me to go over this top rope on.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
It's time to fly. Sometimes you just know
Time to fly.
I feel that.
We're clear
now, because I do some digging. I know you graduated from DFW in Dallas.
Yep.
But for some reason, it was a lot of people in the Carolina area who told me I should watch out for you also. And said that you're a good person. Do you have some roots in the Carolinas?
I do not. That's why it's kind of strange to hear you saying that because I never worked in the Carolinas. Of course, I would like to in the future, but that's strange. But no, I don't have any roots in the Carolinas.
Okay, that's something to put on your radar because it was about 2 or 3 wrestlers from the Carolina areas that was like, hey, he's the real deal. And I was like, hold on, he's in Texas. How y'all know?
How y'all know?
But, you know, your name getting out there. Your name getting out there good. So grow up at WCW. You say you play basketball, you know, collegiate basketball. Where'd you play at?
So I went to the Prairie View A&M. So it was like around the Houston area.
Oh, I know Prairie View A&M. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On the yard. Yep.
Okay, you was out there. So I'm not trying to come at you or nothing. Something may have happened with basketball. You might have got hurt. You'll tell the story. So how do you move from collegiate basketball into doing wrestling?
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I've always been a fan of product. Traditionally, like when you're coming up as a kid, right? It's not a traditional thing that people do. It's like, you know, football, basketball, soccer, baseball. Like those are your go-to sports, or even like amateur wrestling, but I never did anything like that. So coming up, I was like always taller than everybody. So I had to pick a sport and I fell into basketball. But if you believe it or not, like I have actually more passion for wrestling than basketball. It's just, that's something I happened to do. I was good at it. It got me able to get a scholarship. So, you do what you can. And then as you evolve, and it kind of like fizzle out. It kind of like ran its course. So I stopped doing that. I graduated, started working, and I kept up with the product. And I was like, I see it on TV, and I was like, man, like, what if? You know what I mean? And then I finally like connected. Like, so my entry to it was, I didn't know how close it was to get in the industry. Like, I didn't know it was like in my own backyard, especially with W. So I didn't know that existed. So I connected with a guy. His name was Brandon Taylor. He knew I was a fan of wrestling. So he connected me with a guy who later be on Levi Lucas. So Levi Lucas connected me to DFWR Pro. He's like, hey, man, go ahead and check us out. Come to a show. I went to a show. I met the promoter, the owner there, who's Lamont Lugatti Williams. So he still wrestles as well, but he's the owner as well. So he saw me. He's like, all right, man, come on that Saturday. We do a tryout. So I did a tryout. The tryout wasn't as good, because it's like you have to do roles. Right. So I'm not used to like falling or doing roles. So in basketball, you're always vertical. You're so used to being vertical. I'm not used to being horizontal. So I did the tryout. Like conditioning wise, I was good. It was something that like, okay, it's something I could commit to. And then the thing about entering the wrestling business, like guys my size, usually it's like 2 years. 2 weeks or something like that, and they throw you out there. It's like, oh, we gotta get them out of there. The process with DFW, they took their time with me, so I had to like wait for like a year and a half before I can even take any bookings. So I appreciate that route. It made me appreciate the process a little bit more, and it won't let me fizzle out or I'll get burnt out. It's like, no, I'm here for the long haul. It makes me appreciate wrestling a little bit more, going that route.
DFW All Pro. Let me tell you, if y'all don't know about DFW All Pro, they be throwing some matches out there. They got I don't know if it's a new class that's about to graduate or it's already graduated.
Yep, they're about to graduate. Yep, coming up.
They got some people coming out of there. Y'all hear more about it from me, but I ain't gonna say too much. So Beau.
Again?
See, it's in my head because I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, so I was looking at the profile and everything. I believe you got a French flag on there.
I do.
So I know somebody with the same name, and they always drilled in me, yo, it's Beau, don't call me, it's Beau. So it's been stuck in my head. So every time I'll be telling people, I'll be like, yo, y'all got to check out the dude down in Texas. They be like, who is it? I'll be like, the 7-foot Beau Amir. And they be like, why?
You're fancy, huh? Okay.
Yeah, they like, why you saying his name like that? I'm like, because he's fancy. He in this, y'all see him here in the suit. Every time I see you in the suit, you got the eye patch on. So I mean, I don't know what's the deal with the eye patch, but it looks fancy and everything. So I got the Beau, but we gonna call it Beau. But let me ask you about your style before we throw it the door. You dress to impress every time I see you. You look like $1 million when you out there. Do you take a lot of pride in your appearance and everything?
Absolutely. So I'll say this. So, because before, like, I did wear suits, but there's times I didn't wear suits, and then I got to a point like I'm going to wear suits every time. So that point came when I went down to reality wrestling for the first time. I was so underprepared. I don't know. I had like some ripped jeans on that day. I don't know what I was thinking. So I went down there, and that's like my first introduction to Booker T. So the guys I was riding with, I was like, nah, I can't go there like this. So I had to stop at a Men's Warehouse real quick and like find bits and pieces. I'm 7 foot, so it's like I have to find pieces like pants and suits and everything. But I made it work, but it wasn't like the best style. And I was like, from now on, anytime I'm out, anything that has to do with supporters or fans or around, either you're gonna see me in my gear or you're gonna see me in the suit. So I always like make sure I always have that on to represent it. Like I was always like a big fan of like the old styles of like looking like a champion, look like a big deal. So yes, I do take pride in my appearance.
Mm-hmm.
You look. I'm just gonna say you look like a big deal. I'm like, yo, he's one of the real ones out here. He looking like money, dressed like money. He's gonna be money.
What's that quote from Dion? Dion, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I'm not gonna say it here. You say it. You go ahead and say it for the people.
He said, you dress like money, you feel like money, you play like money, and that's how it goes.
Mm-hmm. And all that, you get
paid money.
You get paid money. Yeah. You feel it. So our next part, we're gonna come back to the wrestling. You mentioned reality of wrestling. We're gonna get on that. Dora, now we call this the Dora Explorer part. She likes to explore different things that's outside of wrestling, just to liven the conversation up a little bit. So now throw it to Dora.
Don't worry, they're not weird either. It's just like random questions. People always tell me they never get asked these questions, and I'm like, I swear these are easy questions. Like I would ask these questions in real life, but okay. So I'll just start with this one. What animal or mythical creature? Because a lot of people pick like dragons and stuff. But what mythical or animal creature would you like to be reincarnated as?
A lion. I'm a Leo.
Me too.
I actually have a tattoo. My first tattoo is a lion.
Is that your favorite tattoo?
No, my favorite tattoo is my second tattoo. That's the one across my belly.
Oh, okay. That was one of my questions also, so that answers it right away. That's fine. Okay. What is your favorite food?
Favorite food? I'm big into seafood.
Ooh, is there a certain crustacean or fish you like?
Lately I've been really big on like po' boys. It's like shrimp po' boys.
Okay.
Things like
I just started liking shrimp a few years ago. Like I could not take the consistency. I was like, I don't like this in my mouth. It's just gross. I don't.
But what about crawfish?
Yes, I get, which is weird, right? Because crawfish, crab, like they all have the same kind of like squishy, but the shrimp just was the one for me that I was like, I can't do this. I don't want to do it. So, okay.
Hold on. Let's talk about seafood. Because I'm a seafood connoisseur myself. What's your favorite seafood dish? Like, do you have one?
Like I said, I'm like if I'm going like say like Papados or something like that, I'll probably get like the seafood platter, something like that. Platter, or I like the crab fingers, or you say oh, the calamari, something like that. Like I'll eat anything on the menu. Like that's how invested I am with seafood. So,
Papados been having me in the choke out with that jumbo shrimp brochet. I can't get away from it. Like,
can't go wrong with this. I like spicy food too. So
same.
Go ahead, Dora. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so have you always loved being tall? Because I know some tall people, and I know like me, like I'm only 5'6.5", but I wish I was born 5'9". So I wish I was taller. Like, have you always loved your height?
So when it comes to my height, there's like I'll be transparent. Like there's a point that I did have an identity crisis there, especially after I stopped playing basketball. I was like, all right, because like here's the thing, like the day in the life of my life, if I go out and I like go to the gas station or something like that, they automatically is that LeBron? Like, they have to double take, and it's like,
yeah,
I had to get used to like, all right, who am I outside of like sports or anything like that, and then I had to get adjusted. But then now I'm comfortable in my skin, and to be able to like it's like an icebreaker now. So it's like it's easy to have conversation. So I use it as an advantage.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I've always wondered that because I know shorter people that wish they were taller like me, but I've always like wanted to ask a tall person, like, did you ever wish you were like shorter? But
yeah, a lot of people come and I know they mean well, so you said,
why are we pausing? Why are we pausing?
No, time out. Did you just say you get out the car at the gas station? They say, "Is that LeBron?"
Is that LeBron?
For real?
I kid you
they
not.
Call you LBJ?
I kid you not.
Man,
we got the same build.
I got comments.
Both dark skin. It don't take much.
I see it.
Have you ever pretended to be him just to be like, oh, hey, and just do some pictures and stuff?
All right, so what I did do, this is back in college, what I did do was, I don't know if you ever heard like the Texas relays.
Yeah.
So I went to Texas relays, and this is what we're the team, PV, their colors were purple. So like, like most girls, they don't know like the roster of like at the time, like, like the Lakers or like the top teams. Like I think at that time, like the Boston Celtics were like the #1 team, and so we're like, all right, we either say we're from Milwaukee or we from Toronto. They don't even know the roster. so that's something that we probably did. It's like, all right, we can do that.
That's terrible. Okay. Okay. I guess this will be my last question, right? Is that too much? I guess who or what makes you smile? Like, who can always make you smile?
You always make me smile.
Your pet counts as well if you have like an animal of a sort, like a cat, dog, bird, things like that. So it can be anything or anyone.
I'll say my parents. Yeah, I don't have any pets or anything. I'll say my parents.
Okay, good. Have they always supported your wrestling and everything when you started it?
So growing up, they were like I grew up in a very like conservative, like go to school, graduate, get a degree, get the job. Now it's to the point like, all right, we kind of see what you're doing. There's positive signs, so now I get what you're doing. So
yeah. No, I feel that because I was the same way. Like my parents were all about college, and now that I have my daughters, they're only 12 and 10, and they're like, we're gonna go to trade school. I don't want to do college, and I'm like, that's great. That's cheaper for my pockets at the end of the day. Like, yes.
Yep. But no, they're very supportive now. They're very on board.
Okay, that's all I have. That's it for now.
Dora.
Yes, nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
So, let's get it. Beau, see, I'm still in it. It's in my head. Beau, let's get into it.
I need to like put the pronunciation up here somewhere. Like,
yeah, Beau.
Beau Jackson.
When y'all watch this, y'all count how many times I said "Beau," and somebody send that to me, and I'll send you something.
Take a shot. How many times he been?
Take a shot.
Oh, we are gonna do that. We're gonna have a live stream. We're gonna take a shot every time that I don't say Beau right.
Or just any name in general.
Let's not do this, Dora. But Beau got the now. Grow up WCW guy. You mentioned Booker T. If you don't know, he graduated from DFW, but you all through Texas, seeing you so many different places, having matches with Edge Stone, down at you was just at Reality of Wrestling, I believe the show came on. You eliminating people crazy in the Battle Royal. But working at Reality of Wrestling, I know when people say they go down to Reality of Wrestling, it takes a little time before they meet Booker T. Have you had any interactions with Booker T as of yet?
I have, but not like in depth of like having a full conversation or anything. It's like, so when I went down there, I was with a group of guys. So let me remind you back of how I even got down to Reality. So I worked Ryan Davison. So shout out to the Grizzly veteran. I worked him. He enjoyed our match. You know, he felt like I've been doing it for a while, and he's like, okay, I'll vouch for you to come down. Meet the guys, meet everybody at Reality Wrestling. So I came down, got to the front, and when you get there, it's like the door's locked. It's like, all right, so you get inside, and then the first thing we see, or I saw, was like Queen Charmel. I was like, okay, Queen Charmel, and then she's like looking at us like, can I help y'all? Like, what y'all doing here? And it's like, well, Ryan Davison invited, us, and trying to see if we can do a little networking like thing. So okay, so everything checked through. Went to the back, said hello to like the production team, people like that, and then they're like, all right, have him introduce the book. So we're about to go to his office. So we walk into his office. He's sitting on this desk, and I'm seeing like all these championship belts behind him and everything. And he like standing there, he's like, oh wow, like I guess he's like saw my size and everything. Like, oh yeah, we gotta find a way to get you on the roster. So, but like I said, that's the only thing I did in passing. I'm still trying to build up a relationship with Reality Wrestling. Like I said, I'm coming from Dallas, so coming out there, but it's been a good experience.
Looked at you, was like, gotta get you on the show. Can you dig that sucker?
Can you dig sucker?
Because man, so when you watch, if they don't say, because I usually watch matches and I don't listen to the commentary. I have some music going. Right. So when I first seen you, I was like, just 7-foot person, just in Texas out of nowhere, like popping up, not on nobody's radar.
Well, he was playing basketball before, of course.
I know, but still, when you see it come out, you like, yo, I'm like, yo, I think I'm knowledgeable on the Texas scene. You know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely, yeah.
Where's this at? Like, where's this guy? Like, 2-3 years he gonna be somewhere big. Like, where did he come from? Then seeing you with Reality of Wrestling. Do you said so earlier? You said you're trying to get to North Carolina. Are you? What other areas are you trying to hit? Let's see. Like because we asked and we put it out there just right. Not anywhere else on your radar.
So right now I'm trying all southern states for sure. Like I've been to, of course, Texas. I've been to Arkansas. I've been to Mississippi. I'm trying to hit Georgia. Like I said, the Carolinas, that'd be dope. I want to do OVW just because the prestige of what used to come from that promotion. And then, of course, I want to get West Coast. I see people doing stuff in Vegas, so that'd be cool. Get out there on the West Coast. And then even up to New York, So I'm trying to hit everything, but for sure, right now, in year 2, I'm trying to the southern states. Those are in reach, I believe.
The last
reach, friend. Anything's in reach. What do you mean?
Yeah. Anything's in reach.
Anything.
Right. New York promoters. I know y'all watch it. Look them up. The company in Louisville, OVW, because of the prestige there. Let's get them in just one time. Speaking of places that you hit, I saw you was in Mississippi and you faced the guy, the War King. because I'm from Mississippi myself. I don't live there no more. But I saw this match come up, and I was like, look at Mississippi getting the match. How was the experience there in Mississippi with the wrestling scene?
Mississippi's cool. Like I said, I enjoyed it. There's a good crowd, good fan base. You know, I enjoyed it. Working, you know, he's cool.
That's really all I'll be having to say about Mississippi too. Beau, we Beau, see, take a shot. Take a shot. Take a shot.
Tequila. Oh man.
we about to go there. About to get serious real quick with you. Most serious question I ask. Make sure I got this right. This determines how the rest of the podcast go, Beau. The Rock or Stone Cold?
The Rock or Stone Cold? You gonna put him on the spot like that?
Everybody, yes. What do you mean, yes?
All right. I was more Stone Cold than Rock.
Oh, thank goodness.
You know, I feel like he was really the number one guy. But
don't
get me wrong, when Stone Cold went out and The Rock did his babyface, he held it down. But they did the right choice of making Stone Cold.
So happy right now. So great with your choice. Oh, such a good choice. Such a good choice.
You picking Stone Cold, Beau?
Picking Stone Cold.
Maybe it's just a Texas thing, because I feel like maybe we definitely understand The Rock, but I feel like I'm always gonna choose Stone Cold because I'm from Texas. Like I have to.
Then yeah, just like that as well.
Yeah.
Stone Cold now has 7. The Rock has 16.
Dang, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we all about The Rock around here. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer to this, but yeah.
Really, like it's like 1A, 1B. So
yeah, it's right there. You know, after we finish this one, because we always go to 20. Once we get to 20 for one of these, I got another one that I'm gonna start asking people that's really gonna have them like, Beau, food question, gotta go there. Said you like seafood and everything. You in the South. You eat grits?
not anymore. I gotta wash the abs.
But you used to eat grits.
I used to, yeah.
Now, when you was eating grits, was it salt and pepper or sugar?
It was butter.
Just butter, no salt or pepper?
It was like, yeah, it was butter. I ain't use salt or pepper or sugar. It was butter.
Ooh, boom, new answer, Fred. Ooh,
if I had first question.
It'll probably be sugar though.
Come on, Beau. Cut the last part out. You was good. If
I had to choose one, it would be sugar. But I use butter. That's how my grits make it. Put butter on there.
I mean, butter on grits is a good thing, but I don't know. I'm not saying nothing about the grits.
That thing people do with spaghetti. People put like sugar in spaghetti or something like that, or like syrup on spaghetti, something like that. You ever heard of that?
Sugar. I only found that out in like 2016. I was like, that's a thing, and yeah, it is sugar on spaghetti. Yeah,
I found that out after college. We in the house, you know, we got a big apartment. It's like 3 of us. You got own separate areas. And the roommate was like, yo, I'm getting ready to cook tonight. I'm cooking spaghetti. I'm like, cool. And I'll never forget, I'm going in the kitchen and I'm getting something to drink, and I look and I see him pouring sugar into the spaghetti, and I'm like, yo, bro, what are you doing right now? He was like, I put sugar on the spaghetti. I'm like, don't nobody eat that, man. You just messed up the whole pot.
Now, were you judging it, or did you try it first? Like, you know what? Let me try it first.
I was judging it before I even tried it. But after I tried it, I was like, okay, I don't really taste the sugar in here. Mm-hmm. But it just had me looking funny at him, like, yo, I ain't never seen nobody just take some sugar and pour it into spaghetti. Like, it seems crazy, but because I didn't really taste it, I ain't have no issue with it.
Now how did he pour it? Like, remember you ever seen House Party? Corn, you know.
It wasn't outrageous like that. It was just a, little drizzle over the top. So, it was all good.
Like pouring the whole bag in there, you know what I mean?
Nah, I did have somebody pour a whole bag of sugar into some spaghetti though, and I did not like that.
No, I can't do that.
They put it on the plate, then they just put the sugar on it. And when they brought it to me, I was like looking, I was like, what is this white? It was like that sugar. I was like, oh, so you just ruined our plate. Let's move on from it. So,
you can't trust some people's spaghetti. So I'm just gonna say that like that, but I can understand why you
trust everybody's food. So
that's true in general. Yeah.
I'm eating your food, I'm trusting that you'll be able to make a decent meal and not have me out here wondering what's going on. But yeah, she's done with. No offense. Beau got Beau. See, there it is. Take a shot. See, it's in my head. Beau knows. So I'm going to see what you know, Beau.
Maybe just call him Amir. Maybe the last
it's
part.
Still the Amir. We do that. DFW just had an intergendered card.
Yeah.
If the people don't know, were you on that card?
I was actually in the main event. My tag partner was Alejandra the Lion, so shout out the Lion.
Yes, I like her. Yes.
Glad you brought that up. Y'all out here rolling with Nasty Co. Mr. Nasty Co. Called himself the best manager in Texas. About a year ago, he had beef with me for some reason. I don't know what happened. I think we're over that. But how's that whole faction thing? Because it's you, Alejandra. I think sometimes he's around Rudy. Sometimes he's beating people up all over Texas, and now he got you as the 7 foot. How is that whole connection going for you?
So the separate thing. So Rad Wrestling is me and Rudy. That's the PWTees International, and then DFW, and then pretty much anywhere else when you see me in NASCO, that's the Nasty Corporation. So Nasty Corporation, as of right now, is like I said, me, Nasty, and then we got these guys that are about to graduate the Street Style Fighting Academy. So we're all in the faction over there. Like I said, it's been great. Like I said, like you said, Nasty has a lot of beefs with everybody. So what beefs he has, I got beefs with you too. So if he got a problem with you, guess what? Got a problem with you too.
Wait, so you taking up for Nasty Co beef, Beau?
Yeah, I'm right. Absolutely.
That's his manager. What do you mean?
I understand that, but Nasty Co just be doing stuff that ain't called for. Like he be picking fights with people.
It's the best measure, man. He knows right.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the brother.
No cracks in that field. I like it. I like it, Beau. I was trying to catch you, Beau. I was trying to catch
you. Yeah.
So, Beau, you getting out here. One of my last 2 questions here. I always ask. It's 2023. If you could pick 3, or do you have 3, just 3 people that you could face, who would those 3 people be?
I'm a huge fan. I admire this guy. I know I talked to him in passing, but I admire him a lot. I think I see it happen. I can say Khan. That's probably one. Probably another one would probably be Lance Hoyt. I can see that one.
Lance Hoyt. Wait a minute. Lance Archer.
Lance Archer.
Man, he say, "Oh, we'll talk after."
So I can see that. That's another one. Let's see. You said 3. Cause a lot of them out there I can see is very doable. So are you talking about dream matches, or are you talking about
just 3 people that you want to face? If you got a dream match, what you and Omos?
Me and Omos. Nah. Let me see. I'll come back to you on that one. I can't think of the last one.
All right. So You say Lance Hoyt, Lance Archer, everybody dies. That's something that you want to do?
No, I'm not going to die. He will die.
I'm not. I'm not saying you go die. I'm saying that's a match that you want to do. Out here and test it out.
Absolutely. I want to test my strengths. Absolutely. Why not?
So there is one person you didn't mention. I don't even know if he's on your radar, but you said collegiate basketball. I'm just thinking about the matchup in the ring, how it could go. Both of you guys are big men. He's jumping over the ropes outside the ring. You doing the same thing. He's coming off the top rope. You coming off the top rope on people. He's in the Chicago area. His name is Darius Luttrell.
Is that the One-Man Dynasty?
Yes.
He don't want them problems.
That's all I need to hear you say.
He don't want them problems.
That's all I need to hear you say right there. There it is. Guys, stay tuned, please. What we call this is our put yourself over moment. This is where you let your people know your social media, ways they can support you, things you got coming up. If you got a site where they can get I saw a Beau Amir t-shirt out there.
Yeah.
We just want you to put yourself over.
Cool. All right, like I said, it's the Face of Fear, Beau Amir. I go by me alias. Another one that I go by is the Texas Promoter Killer. I've choke slammed 4 to 5 Texas promoters lately. More will be coming in 2023, as well as gold. You will see more gold around my waist coming soon. But you can find me at so my Instagram is BUAU, yes, X at Amir. So at Beau Amir is Instagram, and same thing as Facebook is Beau Amir with no X. So Beau Amir, Facebook, and as well as Twitter is the same as Instagram. So BEAUXAMIR. That's where you can find me. And I do have 2 shirts right now. ProWrestlingTees.com /Beau Amir. Go ahead and pick it up. Who's better than Beau?
Pro Wrestling Tees, get on there, people. You said one man. Did you just call you?
I said, who's better than Beau? I said, not One Man Dynasty. I tell you that.
All I said was it'll be a good match. I ain't saying nothing after that. Do you know the One Man Dynasty? Is that why you saying that, or y'all don't know each other?
No, like I'm familiar. I've seen his work.
Oh, okay. Y'all never had a conversation though.
Don't need one.
There it is. I'm sorry, Dora.
Huh?
You got any questions for Beau before we get out of here? And I ask him the last question.
Do you have a favorite color?
Favorite color is red.
Why red?
You got upset.
Yeah, sorry. I don't need to ask.
I think because it's like a very aggressive color, and I'm very aggressive.
Okay, That's just my 3rd favorite color, so it's like, okay, that's crazy.
What's your favorite color?
Purple.
Purple?
Mm-hmm.
Your second favorite color?
Orange.
Orange. So you got these wild colors.
Well, I'm a Leo. I like regal colors. I just like bright. I like being noticed. I just like bright stuff.
So you being a Leo, are you selfish?
No, I'm actually not. I'm the worst. I wish I was selfish. I'd be trying to be, but just can't do it. It's not in me. I'm not built like that.
Or I think another thing about Leos is they crave attention. So you crave attention?
No, actually opposite. Like you can ask Trey. I'm constantly deleting my socials all the time because I'm like, I don't want to deal with this shit. I just want to be at home. Like that's it. Yeah. Okay. I'm a homebody. I did not for me. I'll go out and do things, but it's more like doing that and then coming back and staying in for like a week or 2. So yeah.
I can dig it.
Why are you pouting?
Conversation over with.
Huh? Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Leos.
Scorpios. You don't have to be so jealous right now. Okay, I'm sorry. You know how Scorpios are, Okay.
That was uncalled for.
Just saying. It's okay.
It's whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. Beau, what's the one thing that you're totally addicted to that's illegal? That's legal. Sorry, I'm out here tripping.
The most addictive thing that's legal, it has to be sugar. So any type of desserts, cookies, ice cream, brownies, I'm on it. But I have to watch it.
What's your favorite junk food?
Favorite junk food is pizza.
Do pineapples go on pizza?
No,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Mm.
If you put pineapples on your pizza, that's a choke slam for you.
I don't do it. I eat pineapples, but I never had them on a pizza. It's just that seems weird to me.
It's not that great. It's not that great.
Oh, you had it before?
Yeah, I did it. It wasn't me that wanted that pizza. I just was like, I'll give it a bite, and I was like, this isn't it. The sugar and the cheese, the sweetness and the cheese is not good in that combination. Anyway, I can take them other, but the pizza was not good. Mm-mm.
Wait, so it just hit my mind how they doing. So it's like a cheese pizza and they putting the pineapples over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, pineapples don't.
Yeah.
Nah. Oh, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. Beau, I always ask the wrestlers before we get out of here, you guys have a busy schedule, the things that you do with wrestling, you really don't get to watch wrestling. Is there anything going on in wrestling right now that excites you?
I try to stay connected as much as I can outside my own career, of course, but I'm invested with the Cody Rhodes story.
How funny, huh? It's crazy. I was just
reason
talking about that yesterday.
The reason why I say that because I'm real big on betting on yourself. As someone that's aspiring and growing their own business, I'm pretty sure you can relate to that, to your own business, your own platform you're trying to grow. The man left the company on a whim when people told him not to, and he totally reinvented himself, and he wears suits. So,
How do you feel about that?
Like that, I might kind of feel Cody, but I don't know, man.
I like that put in work. I like when people I visibly see you put the work in and you get rewarded. I like the Kobe Bryants. Like I said, I like people that they're not supposed to be there. They're not the talent there. The potential was never supposed to be there, but they worked so hard that you can't deny it.
Like the underdog kind of thing?
The underdog, absolutely.
Beau, can we ask this question? If you don't want to answer, it's cool. Not trying to be offensive or anything. But you're here on the interview with us, and you don't have the eye patch. But you have it in the ring sometimes. And I won't lie to you. Me and Dora was talking yesterday. And she was like, you don't come on the interview with the eye patch. I was like, I don't know if he's going to come with the eye patch. It's in the air. So, can you tell us what's behind the eye patch?
So, through the process of trying to find out a character or whatever. So originally the origin of Beau, it was when I was going through the process, the movie came out. So I modeled my game after the Takers and the Canes, they're these large figures and then mythical figures. So I was okay, it'd be cool, to be big, scary version of that, but the black version of that, pretty much. You know what I mean? So it's all right, who's that? Candyman, Tony Todd. That's why when I first came out, it was the plaid pants. Now in that time, it was all right. The origin was I got beat up or something like that, and then something happened to my eye, so I wore the eye patch. But then I kind of evolved the character to be more like a European suave type character. But during that time,
so confused. I was so sorry.
You stay confused?
No, I was just because have you ever seen Wayne's World 2?
Nah.
No, okay, you gotta watch it because there's a whole scene about the guy having a weird eye, and I was concerned that that's how I was gonna be on the show if you had the eye, and I was I don't know how I'm gonna get through this.
So with the eye patch, I still wear it to pay homage of where I started from, but then also a lot of promoters like it. They're hey, even want me to wrestle, and I was I can't.
Can't see, yeah.
Can't see, so it's I wear it, take it off, boom. put it in the trunks, let's go to work. So that's where the eye patch came from.
Okay. We was asking a question. I was like, should we ask this? Because I don't want to offend nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Glad we got that out there. So
yeah, I was very happy when I saw 2 brown eyes. No offense. I was just like, oh my gosh, thank goodness this is gonna go well. We're gonna be fine today.
No, mine's are fine.
But guys, if you don't know Beau, get on the Instagram, the Twitter, get on what else he got. I don't know if he accept Facebook requests. You got a fan page on Facebook?
I need to get one. I don't have one, but I do need to make one.
So I don't really tell people to go to the personal pages unless you know him and he accept that. But go to the Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you follow. If you're on the podcast version, come to YouTube. Check out the video version. The links are in the description so you can find about the 7-foot. Oh my goodness. Who better than
Beau?
Better than Beau?
Who better than Beau?
Who better than Beau?
See, that was the thing, like because it's so close with like who better. That's like Chris Cannon and Brian Cage. So like when they hear this, like wait, what? Huh? So yeah,
Call him Beau badass. Beau, I gotta say this. I see some big things for you. He's trying to get out to different areas. Y'all make sure y'all get him out there. The battle of the big men. You got to look out for it. If I got anything to say about it, this match is gonna happen. The battle of the big man, because we gonna see something go on. But guys, Dora, thank you for joining us. Mm-hmm. Beau Amir, y'all see he dressed to impress. So when you watch him, he's gonna impress. Who better than Beau? I don't know.
No one.
I mean,
no one, and I'm not gonna tell him that he wrong. So I'm Trey D.
Smart man.
And like I always say, if I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we love wrestling. It's too street. Nah, for the culture.
You love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we. You're not here, you missing out. Is this show?